On Sunday, November 2nd, 2025, at 2 a.m. local time, clocks across most of the United States will move back 1 hour, marking the end of Daylight Saving Time, DST, for the year. This familiar ritual, falling back, means many people will gain an extra hour of sleep. Yet it also brings the earlier onset of night, shorter evenings, and serves as a reminder of the deeper, ongoing debate about the practice of switching clocks twice a year. The current schedule, continuing DST from the second Sunday in March to the first Sunday in November, has been in place since the passage of the Energy Policy Act of 2005, which extended the DST period. Under this system this year, DST began on March 9th and ends on November 2nd. The intention originally was to conserve energy and maximize daylight hours in the evening, but much has changed in society, technology, and sleep science since those assumptions were first made. The rise of artificial lighting, flexible work schedules, and the modern understanding of sleep health have all called into question whether the benefits of DST still outweigh its costs. What is striking is how the simple act of shifting clocks turns out to have measurable effects on public health and safety. Researchers at major universities have found that if the United States were to adopt permanent standard time, never shifting clocks, the predicted health benefits could be substantial. Studies suggest that eliminating the time change might reduce rates of stroke, obesity, and mood disorders. Health experts emphasize that our internal circadian rhythms depend heavily on exposure to morning sunlight, which helps regulate hormones, metabolism, and mental health. Shifting time forward in the spring can disrupt this rhythm, leading to fatigue, concentration problems, and even higher risks of cardiovascular events. Some immediate short-term impacts after clock changes are well documented. The spring forward shift, in particular, has been associated with an increase in heart attacks, strokes, and traffic accidents linked to sleep loss, circadian disruption, and diminished alertness. Less examined, but still relevant, is the fallback transition. While gaining an hour of sleep may seem benign, the earlier darkness and shift in light exposure can affect mood, increase seasonal affective disorder, SAD, risk, and complicate sleep patterns. Sleep specialists note that when daylight is misaligned, when mornings are darker and evenings longer, our biological clocks become less stable, which can lead to persistent sleep disturbances. On the legislative and policy front, momentum is building to reconsider the current system. At least 35 U.S. states have considered bills in recent years to move away from the twice-yearly clock change and adopt either year-round standard time or year-round daylight time. The federal version of these changes, known as the Sunshine Protection Act, proposes permanent daylight time nationwide. Though it has stalled in Congress several times, public support for ending the time change remains strong. Yet experts are divided on which option is best. Sleep scientists generally advocate for permanent standard time, arguing that it better aligns with natural sunlight patterns and human biology, while others argue that permanent daylight time supports economic and lifestyle benefits such as longer evenings for recreation and retail. For everyday individuals, the upcoming clock change serves as a useful reminder to reset analog clocks, update manual timers, and adjust sleep and light exposure habits. Experts recommend taking advantage of the extra hour of rest while also being mindful of how earlier darkness can affect travel safety, mood, and evening routines. Simple adjustments, like seeking morning sunlight, going to bed slightly earlier before the time change, and reducing screen use before sleep, can ease the transition. It is also a good time to check household safety items like smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, as many fire departments advise. In short, while the fallback event may feel like a minor inconvenience or a bonus hour for sleep, it touches on much larger issues of health, policy, and how humans interact with time. As the United States continues to debate whether to keep changing clocks, the evidence increasingly points to the importance of aligning our daily schedules with natural light cycles. Whether the nation chooses to remain on standard time, daylight time, or to continue the semi-annual ritual, the discussion around daylight saving time highlights a deeper question: how we can balance modern life's demands with the biological need for stability and sunlight.